Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, and today I am back with another episode and the final episode of the Bridge Hydro Dam trilogy. That's not really a trilogy because we had way more episodes than 3 in it, and I know that is the longest series title ever. But if you remember last time, Commander Monnk and Commander Ganch decided to flank the droid forces that were attacking Commander Gree, who was previously passed out in the last battle but has since recovered. They didn't really succeed fully because the majority of their forces were wiped out, but they did stop the droids and Count Dooku, who was attacking. They did a full stop to their invasion. So the clones did survive, but not many of them. So this is the very last scraps of the clones that are garrisoned in this Hydro Dam, led by 3 different commanders, Gree, Monnk, and Ganch. And then they've got just random spatterings of their troopers. There's some of the 41st Elite Corps. There's some of Ganch's troopers. There's some of Commander Monnk's troopers. And then there's some random Elite Shadow troopers in there because, I don't know, maybe they parachuted in. I wanted to have another unit in there. Don't worry about it. So these guys have decided to sally forth when they saw Count Dooku returning with a large force. Count Dooku's here with Covert Ops, Magna Guards, regular battle droids, commando droids, and these funny looking droids that I found in the mod that I thought looked cool. So they're the sergeants in charge of each squad. So the clones decided to sally forth to meet these guys. They're both gonna clash on this bridge, which is full of debris now and stuff like that. Maybe some clones like built up fortifications in the meantime and drag stuff out just to add some cover to the battle so it wasn't wide open. But they're both going to clash in the very middle here, and whoever has the troopers left standing at the end of this bridge battle is going to be able to hold the Hydro Dam, and that will be the end of the trilogy. That's not really a trilogy. Alright guys, so I'll be right back and we'll get this started. Alrighty then, you bad Larrys. Let's go ahead and press start, and these guys should begin marching forward, and that they are beautiful. Look at them go. There's Monnk, there's Gree, and there's Ganch, all of whom are marching forth with their troopers together, looking dope as heck. And over here we got Dooku with his soldiers marching forward as well. He is dead set on capturing this Hydro Dam. It's his most prized position. Not really. I don't know. Maybe he just likes it. Dooku is a fan of dams. That's his secret hobby, is he's a dam enthusiast. Alright, either way, the clones do begin to engage with the battle droids, and the battle droids return fire. At least I think the droids were the ones who fired first. Shots being caught out. Oh my god, Ganch is already down. Poor Ganch. Poor Ganch. Dooku's up here, killing some clones really early on. Boy, oh my god, Dooku's an absolute savage. Look at him just go in here and chop these guys to bits. Though he himself is taking a lot of losses. He dives out of the way as one of the clones tries to grenade him. He's under fire on the ground, but he's, deflecting some blaster bullets, things like that. He tries to go back in, but does end up going down. And that's the end of Dooku right there for the remainder of this battle, but not before he took out a large swath of troopers. The battle droids themselves are taking some serious losses here, but it looks like the clones are taking just about even losses. I mean, they do have the same number of troopers each, so the beginning of this battle will probably be very decisive. God, I can't speak today. Decisive as to who's going to win the overall battle. You know what I'm saying? Either way, both sides sort of staying in their positions where they are and duking it out in more of a pitched battle fashion. Neither side taking control and trying to charge forward or anything like that. I have a feeling once one side gets the upper hand against the other, then we will start to see some movement forward and things like that. But for now, it's very stationary. Honestly, positioning here is key. If the battle droids position themselves or the clones position themselves in very stupid places, then they could very well lose this battle, considering they have even numbers and the same types of weaponry between the two factions. So, yeah, positioning is very, very key here. This commando droid is very far forward, by the way. Oh, Gree did end up going down. Oh my goodness. I wonder if Monnk is still alive. The problem with Monnk is he looks like his standard troopers. The only differentiation is like some markings on his helmet, so it's very hard to tell if Monnk is alive or dead when just sort of taking a first glance at the troopers. But he's really the only hope for still having clone commanders alive during this battle. And of course, the battle droids don't have any commanders alive, as they only came with Dooku. And Dooku, I mean, he was kind of a savage and just sliced and diced his way to the front, but inevitably he did go down. So it's a shame to see pretty much no leaders in the midst of this battle, but that's sort of what happens when you have two sides just yamming their way forward. Leaders tend to go down, especially because I put them in the front, which I probably shouldn't have done. I do like it when the leaders last longer, you guys know that, so I likely should have put all the leaders in the back of the forces so they would have stayed alive a little bit longer, but oh well, hindsight is always 20/20. Either way, the clones do appear to be the ones who are taking the initiative to push on forward here, and in doing so they are taking some losses, but they're also gaining ground, which is nice to see. A little bit of grenade warfare coming out here. You guys know I love me some grenade warfare. Droid's in some pretty optimal positions here to shoot at these clones who are going to be coming through some potential checkpoints, but the clones grenading a ton, which I think is the key to this. The key to advancing forward in this battle will be grenading in the right spots to essentially break up the defensive positions that the enemy has in their possession. So if the clones don't utilize enough grenades, they could find themselves getting absolutely wiped out by just tons of pressure, because going on the assault is always a very difficult thing. But we are seeing grenades getting thrown, which is dislodging the droids from their positions, and thus the clones are able to come forward quite nicely, which is very cool. I thought, honestly, that the perfect end to this trilogy, that's not really a trilogy, would be just like a straight-up all-or-nothing pitched battle. There's something raw and cool about that, in my opinion. So I thought this was the perfect way, honestly, to end this thing. And so far, I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty dope with the droids defending after an assault, and then the clones coming on forward, both sides taking hefty losses in the process of it all. Though the clones do seem to be winning at the moment. Droid forces are certainly waning here, but the clones have stopped their advance once more, so there's always the potential here that the droids could take the W. Especially considering that it only takes one soldier to like just go absolute ham and get like 10 kills, and that instantly turns the tide of the war. Like, that is entirely possible in a battle like this, where the environment around them is always changing due to the wanes and tides of it all. Ooh, that was a tough grenade right there. I love a good satisfying grenade. God, it's so nice. I do have a feeling Monnk is likely dead. I haven't seen him. I've actually been looking a little bit. I don't know. Let me know if you guys saw him die at some point. Maybe he's not dead, but just unconscious. That's what we always go with during these battles, because, like, it wouldn't make sense to the actual Star Wars lore if they did die. Of course, none of this really makes that much sense, but it's fine. It's all for fun. Don't worry about it, guys. So the clones still attempting to break through these droid lines here, but honestly, they're getting stopped pretty wholeheartedly by the droids, who are just making this intense blockade for them. But simultaneously, the clones are still killing a lot of droids, and we're actually starting to see more and more movement amongst the droids, them sort of popping out from their positions. Perhaps they're thinking it's time to go on the assault or something like that, but every time we do see them sort of pop out here, they do get shot down for the most part, so maybe not the wisest of decisions, but it seems to be something that they're committing to. Alright, clones. Oh, big advance from the clones here. They're sort of island hopping from cover to cover, trying to gain some footage. Not footage as in film, but footage as in, like, foot holdings. Gotta make that distinction, boys. It has been kind of a while since we've seen a solid droid victory in a battle. This trilogy, in the very beginning, the trilogy that's not a trilogy, it was almost all droid victories. But, like, in terms of my videos in total, I don't know why, but, like, the clones have just been on a domination streak, which is funny. I don't know, I always find it kind of hilarious, because whenever there's like a certain win streak on my channel, where there's like a week of only droids winning battles, where there's a week of only clones winning battles, then you know, I get all these comments like, you're too biased against one or the other. But it's funny because I get comments about both, about me being biased against both, just due to these things. And it's like I try to make them as random as possible, unless it's of course a battle where, you know, an actual me trying to represent an actual battle where one side had a dominant situation. But I do try and make it as random as possible and leave it as much up to the AI as possible. So I don't know. I really try my hardest to do that. It's just complete happen chance that you know, you get a win streak in here for one particular side or something like that, you know? Either way, the clones sort of closing in here on the final defenses of the battle droids, but the droids fighting tooth and nail here. Every inch of ground they are not giving up without taking at least a bunch of clone troopers with them. And it's more evident than ever right here, where we're seeing clones rounding the corner and droids just butchering them as they go. And finally, the clones do take a victory here, with actually a surprising amount of troopers left alive. They have maybe like 20, 30 troopers still alive, and the droids, of course, have zilch, zip, zilch, nada. So yellow are dead clones, red are dead droids. As you can see, there are clearly more dead droids than dead clones, but the droids fought valiantly, and I seriously thought they might be making a comeback towards the end there, especially around this area where they just started absolutely going in on these clones, and they were really holding fast. But the clones inevitably did. Why is Siri going off? Siri has been interrupting like all my videos. I don't even use Siri. But the clones got their footing once more and did that final devastating push. So the clones managed to finally win the Hydro Dam, and you know, here they saunter off into the distance bravely. They've, after a long, gruesome campaign for this Hydro Dam, the clones have claimed victory, and that's all she wrote. That's the end of this. This is how it ended. But think about it. We had a lot of clone commanders in this battle, like a ton of clone commanders in this battle. We had Wolf, we had Cody, we had Hawk. Do we have Rex? I think we might have had Rex. We had Monnk, we had Ganch, we had Gree, and of course Count Dooku was the only like separatist leader, but he was in there. That's a lot of clone commanders for one bridge. Yeah, either way, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this whole series as a whole. I had fun making it. I thought it was fun. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Links in the description for my social media, including Instagram, Twitter, Discord, Overtone Team, Patreon if you want to support the channel. My Steam group's in there. Oh, and my merch, fresh new merch. Eat it up while it's available. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.